So we're driving, and all of a sudden, walking down the center of the road is this herd of bison, which we're having a hard time getting around.
We should be cautious that there's babies.
There's two of them with babies.
Guys, we have to get past. These couple are just not going for it.
And then there's the young ones who are like, with the road, Dad.
The road's great.
Problem is, I don't want to swing around too close, you know?
Oh, yeah. I wonder because Anna still has the door.
I do not.
Okay. About 30 minutes.
So does our insurance cover Grumpy Bison?
Ooh, he is grumpy.
Yeah. Look at the Christmas tree.
And that big one is right behind, keeping an eye on this truck. Yep.
He's an older one that you can tell. He's just kind of like, okay, bye.
Pushing. He's. I think that kind of moving is just, it's growling him. I
Yeah.
think it is the best way to go.
Oh yeah, no. He stopped for a snack.
Yep.
Yep.
It's a lot of walking. Stress, you know? You gotta stress eat sometimes.
He is not that.
The majority of them are in that lane, but they still will not get out of this one.
He could nudge them forward though if he picked up just a tiny.
There's this one that's right in front of this truck.
The truck is literally growling. See that?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he nudged him off. This guy's good though. I'm impressed.
Oh.
Oh.
He's done.
There's two more over there.
Oh, there are.
Okay, just pull up behind this guy.
So we're here in Lamar Valley, and we're driving by. We just got past that big herd of bison and drove through the major part of the valley. And then if you look left, it's hard to see them. We drove past some earlier, but I wasn't able to get video. You got some pronghorn, I think antelope up there. And then if you look to the other side, over here, we have a bear. Somewhere back behind there's also, oh yeah, right over here, way back there. Way back there. That back there is a mama bear and a cub. I still say I don't think that trail is going to
Be anywhere far.
yeah.
But they might cross Mama Bear. Big fancy fences. Interesting.
I don't know why there's
That looks like a hike right there behind us. We just passed.
Yeah.
So this is Icebox Canyon. It's right next to the road. We just decided to pull out for a second. And look at this ice formation. So here we are at Baronet Peak, and we parked, and there's no real trail, but there's also nothing saying don't go off trail. So we're just gonna wander around a little bit and see if we can do a little exploring, hopefully see some wildlife. And I don't know, I'm hoping to get up there to the base of the cliff at least, but there's a creek down there, so we're gonna have to see if we can get over it. But that's the plan. Just gonna do a little off-roading, have a little fun. We'll see where it takes us. So we managed to make it across the river without falling and breaking our necks or taking a swim. But now and there is elk sign everywhere. You got droppings there, droppings there, droppings there. Behind me, I found some more droppings over there. And then around this way, you got prints. More prints, more prints. There's a really clear print right here in the snow. See, elk have the two big ones and then the two little heel pointers. So there's droppings right there, droppings over there, and then there's droppings right here, and just the prints are everywhere. Everywhere. So we're definitely in elk country at the moment. There's also a lot of bison sign. Oh yeah. But here across the river up in the woods, definitely more elk than bison. So that's the first thing we found. And we're gonna keep going. It's 2 days old. We're gonna have to speed up.
I'd rather die.
Some squirrel has been very busy. So I think we're on an elk trail. It's hard to describe trails to somebody who doesn't know them, but this path is just clearer and there's a lot of sign. You can also see stuff like this where this log started disintegrating. It's obvious something's been stepping on it right here. It's been pulverized. We're trying to weave through these woods without getting snow in our shoes, which is proving to be a tad more difficult than expected. After a minute, we decided to start following the route where the water was flowing because there was less snow and less brush. So we're headed up there.
Because this looks like the best.
So we've made it up the hill quite a ways. Not quite all the way up the mountain like we were wanting, but we made it quite a ways. They're waiting for us back there, and we're over here. We just came up this valley and then climbed up here. John just knocked a log off. So now we're going to climb up there and then hopefully go back down the edge of the hill to retrieve our wives and go back to our car, which is right over there. We're heading back down the hill to our wives, partially because we've been gone a while, and partially because we don't want them to think that it was us that fell when John tossed that log off the cliff. Plus, it's going to be a good little minute till we can get to them anyway, because they're a ways down this hill. Good. Back down to the creek from whence we went. John did not go the same way I went. So he picked up a piece of bark, which he has now set on this snowbank, and I believe he's endeavoring to sled down on a piece of bark. It doesn't appear to have worked very well. Oh man, and we lost all that time for that. So out of this whole ravine and cliff, we made it up to that little peak right there. And then we came back down. So we were right there. We had this little bitty thing to climb. But perhaps another day. Well, I think we found out where that herd that was in our way came. It's hard to see on the camera, but this field is full of them. So up on this hill, you can't see it with my phone.
Yeah, those definitely are the bighorn.
But the bighorn sheep are up there. You can see the little white specks here
Running.
and there.
Or no calf.
Those are the rams. My camera can't catch it, but I distinctly see their curled horns. So, that's one more thing we get to say we saw.
Can I have the...
Although from a very great distance.
It's zoomed in just the right.
We just lost the map.
I think John's taking a picture of that guy's camera. Maybe he's just taking...
In several places, several times, we've seen regular, ordinary deer. Amongst all the other wildlife. As you can see back there, those are buffalo. But deer are also very prevalent here. So we were driving by and we saw all these people and we're like, what are they looking at? So we stopped and asked, and right here under this tree, that black spot under that tree is a male bear. Over here, I don't know if you can see it from here, but there is, right there, there's a mama bear, and way up here there are two cubs. And we were told that the male bear is waiting for them to come down so that he can kill the cubs and have his way with mama. So they're thinking when she decides to come down, there'll either be a fight between mama and that male bear, or another bear will wander by and he'll decide to take on this challenge. But they said that this scene has been here for 3 hours. And the male bear is just sleeping there under the tree, while mama and the cubs take refuge in this tree.
But yeah, that was my whole job was just throwing rocks after the levee broke and flooded their field. I assume it's gonna be
Picture, I think. So this is Tower Creek, and that right there is Tower Falls. One thing we saw at the bottom of Tower Creek, right there is a buffalo carcass laying right next to the river. And there is the actual Tower Falls. It falls 132 feet. And it's named that because of these tower-like rock formations that surround it. Beautiful.
parks are awesome, like parks like this, but they kind of take the
Guys cannot get in this car.
This is way too close. Nope.
I think he wants to cross.
He wants to cross.
He wants to cross.
Yeah, hey. Come on.
Is this okay, man?
Stay behind me, please. Stay behind me.
I'd like to see too.
Stay behind me. Stay forward. Stay forward.
Hey!
Thank you.
That guy seems really nice.
I think that's the guy.
So here's a sign of the petrified tree. Of course, they've got all of their normal millions of years nonsense, but it really doesn't look any different from a regular redwood. The part I do find interesting is right here where it says there used to be 3 of these petrified trees here until they say, what do they say? They say thoughtless souvenir hunters chipped away the other 2. So anyway, so the petrified tree's up there, but since there's just one and it doesn't seem all that interesting, we're just going to look at it as we drive by. So we've decided to stop for the afternoon to get some rest before this evening, before we go back and try and see some wolves or whatever there is to see in Lamar Valley again. And we're right in the middle of Mammoth. It's right near the Mammoth Hot Springs, so it's called Mammoth. It's a little town area, general store, all that. Lots of traffic. But also in the middle of Mammoth, all of these bison. Just hanging out. People are walking by, taking pictures. The bison are strolling into the parking lots and the medians. Not a care in the world. So this is part of what you get when you come to Yellowstone. Bison everywhere. Some of the other animals are hard to find, but bison are everywhere. And they don't care where you are. So we're here at Slough Creek, and there's several trail options, all the way up to 11.5 miles one way. So we decided up to the first meadow is 1.7 miles one way. So we've decided we're probably going to come hiking up this way, and then we might go down to the first meadow, depending, or we might just hike all the way up around here and down past Soldier's Trail. Or maybe we'll just hike up here and jump around the rocks a little bit and look around. But that's our plan. That's big bear warning right here. But actually what we're looking for on this particular trail is wolves. Because Anna was reading and they said that there's a number of wolf sightings the last several days on this trail between 4 and 6. And so it's now a little past 5. So the trail turned out to be closed. Not sure if it's because of the wolf sightings or the bear sightings or what, but we decided to go off-roading a little bit right around the gate and see what's over these hills, and then we will head back and see what's next.
I saw something move, I think. Right there.
I would definitely have been tempted to stay and try and get a better video than I did, but we had both of Esther and Anna with us, and while John and I could have made it down that hill in like 10 seconds, it would have taken them a little longer. And if he had turned around and come toward us at more than a shamble, he'd have made it across that ridge and seen us going down the hill easily before we got down. So, but that makes our 10th bear we've seen today, which is so cool. So I took some audio with this video, but because the wind was whipping so hard through the valley, it didn't really pick up my voice at all. But the people that we were with had the big cameras, and they could see a few wolves right there at this little splash of white in between the trees right there. They saw a couple of wolves right there, a black one and a white one. We got to see them through their cameras, but other than that, we couldn't see anything except for little specks. Even their long scope thing didn't pick it up very well. But at least we did get to see them. Huh? No, I'm good. Let's go. We stopped here. There is...
Oh, there's one following.
There's another bear following them. That's the same one.
There is a mother and two cubs over here running across the
I
hillside.
think that might be a male.
And then a ways behind them is what we're guessing is a male bear. Because mom and her cubs, they're running. They're taking off. You can't really see it in my camera, but they're taking off, and the male bear is still just wandering around behind them, headed the same direction they are.
Hunting their tracks. He's hunting their tracks.
He's
Oh, yeah, he's literally
yeah,
following
he's
their
tracking them,
footprints.
and they're running. You can see him crossing the snow right there. That's the male. Mama and the cubs just went across there a minute ago.
Run, baby, run.
These ones might be the ones we saw this morning, but right over there, there's another bear, and it looks like a cub. They're probably the ones we saw this morning, but... So that's where we first saw the bears, and he was close on their tail. But now, there are these two here, which are totally unconcerned with anything. They were not part of the drama. They're just kind of meandering through the field. He is way out there. He's that little moving speck right there. But he's going the wrong direction. He's headed up there toward the mountains. Mama and her cubs, they ran along this way and they were booking it. And they are now right there. And they were booking it the whole time. So it looks like they lost him. And they're headed to the right. These ones over here, they're headed to the left and down into this field. And he is a little black speck way over there, headed up into the mountains. So everybody is separated. Everything's getting peaceful. And it doesn't look like anybody's in danger anymore. So we're going to head back to the road over there because that's where it looks like Mama and babies are headed.
Come on. Think I should go or?
Just slowly inch forward. Okay, go.
Nice little bison.
He's decided to walk away.
The man. Just
Oh,
because
you
Jon
kidding?
is rude. What?
That's a
Oh,
pretty
this is a
full
great
vibration.
view.
These guys really like the road,
They do.
especially when we're coming on it.
Oh my word. Learn, so if those doors have the
Every
Look,
time.
those stupid cows.
Did you honk your horn? That seemed to work the first time. Nothing.
That's not true. They picked up their speed a little bit.
Go, inch through, go.
The problem is these ones. Some of these ones seem like they're thinking they need to cross right now.
Okay. Slowly
for
inch, just keep
Jon.
inching. And that's, yeah, nope.
Not happening.
Especially with a baby.
Oh, yeah, there's a bunch of little babies.
That's it, threaten him with the van. I'm sure that'll make Mama happy. Whoa!
Run back, you twit. My goodness.
So here we're driving by, and out here in the creek, there is a moose. It's the first moose we've seen. That's definitely what that is. It's a moose. Looks like a cow.
Can you try?